The capital of California is a beautiful, dangerous city. The politics is deadly. Welcome to Sacramento.
See, I'm Northern Cali born with that California mind state. Dedication and patience is what the grind take. On the ground making rounds, risking high stakes. Play with us is going up just like the crime rate. On a mission, can't be slipping, watching time waste. All money in, rim spinning through the crime tape. Been thorough, make the barrel of a 9 shake. Smoking 6-4 district by the fireplace.
Then you've had other artists out of Sacramento. You had Brother Lynch Hung.
Hollow Tip, X-Rated,
X-Rated.
Everybody you name is a Crip.
Hollow Tip. Okay, do you know who Hollow Tip is?
I only know one Hollow Tip.
Hollow Tip is a legendary Sacramento rapper.
And this is the legacy of a king.
Hollow Tip was born in Oakland, California in 1979 and spent his younger childhood there with his family. It was in Oakland, as a child, Hollow experienced extreme poverty and witnessed the street life firsthand.
Yeah, boy, I was born in Oakland. You know what I'm saying? My moms and my pops was born in Oakland. My grandparents migrated from the South to the Bay Area. I lived in Oakland till I was 8 years old. And the first thing I was exposed to was extreme poverty. Poverty is definitely there, and it impacts everybody. It's one of the most dangerous ghettos in California.
He was also exposed to the hustle culture of the Bay Area and the gangster lifestyle that it is infamous for.
The game in Oakland was based around money, you know what I'm saying? So everybody trying to get the cash, everybody got hustles, they're selling everything under the sun and everything is moving fast. So this is the culture of East Oakland at the time. You gotta remember, this is right in the middle of the crack era, bro. You know what I'm saying? From 80 to 88, that was a serious time in Oakland, California. A lot of people got the game from Oakland. Even Tupac said, I got the game from Oakland. The ability to survive in extreme ghettos, man, is what you learn. It's the game, you know what I'm saying? And how to benefit and, come up from that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I come from the game,
His father was an honorable member of the Black Guerrilla family and well respected in the streets of Oakland as well as in the California prison system. His mother was also involved in the street life and was a loyal sidekick to his father.
The first gangster I ever met was my pops. He was going in and out of prison before I was even born. Active East Oakland hustler, man, and a gangster, you know what I'm saying? Black Guerrilla family, all that. Moms was a beautiful woman, she fell in love with Pops. She ended up with the gangster shit. My dad was on a run from parole, hit that 80 and ended up in Sacramento.
See, I'm Northern Cali born with that California mind state. Dedication and patience is what the grind take. On the ground making rounds, risking high stakes. Play with us is going up just like the crime rate. On a mission, can't be slipping, watching time waste. All money in, rim spinning through the crime tape.
Sacramento, the culture is way different from the Bay Area. Sacramento, the first time I seen Crips and Bloods.
In the early 80s, Sacramento had become heavily influenced by the Los Angeles gang culture and had become dominated by the Sacramento Crip and Blood sets.
We were still in poverty. I remember standing in free food lines and shit with my mom, you know what I'm saying? And living in hotels and sleeping in cars and shit while they was trying to figure it out. I remember getting a double up, man, for $20, you know what I'm saying? When I was like 10 years old, maybe 11. I was hustling, man. I made my way up to a little quarter ounce and then a half ounce. Next thing I know, I went to juvenile hall, man, at 11 years old.
In 1990, at the age of 11, young Hollow would be arrested and charged with possession of sales of crack cocaine and sent to Kiefer Boulevard Juvenile Detention Center.
When I got out of juvenile hall, my father was already got caught and was back in prison on a parole violation. So I started really acting out for us getting that guap, you know what I'm saying? Next thing I know, Mom's in prison too. Mom's in Chowchilla at the same time that my pops was in San Quentin.
Not long after moving to Sacramento, both of Hollow's parents were arrested and sent to the penitentiary.
I ended up getting caught up again, hustling, going to juvenile hall, but this time, since my parents was both in prison, they're trying to make me a ward of the court. My auntie ended up having custody of me, man. So I moved to North Highlands, you know what I'm saying? At 12 years old.
Welcome to my true life. Gotta make sure I'm moving right. I know it all, I ain't open for no new advice. Top down, feel the wind on the coolest nights. Tap the gas, high performance with the bluest stripes. You know your boy came to bring the truth. I pull up stunting, I done bring the roof. Them niggas faking, they done bring the proof. Your boy Nels came to steam the booth. True life and blue Nikes on new bikes.
In 1991, at the age of 12, Hollow moved in with his auntie and 2 older cousins in North Highlands after she obtained custody from the juvenile courts.
My cousin Lo C was already living out there. We was thugging it out. We done been through everything together, man. So we was running the streets of North Highlands, getting it in, you know what I'm saying? One thing lead to another, and I get courted on the hood, you know what I'm saying? North Highlands Gangsta Crip, following in the footsteps of my big cousin Lo C, you know? So we really pushing now, and we really terrorizing shit.
Hollow and Calvin, aka Lo C, became extremely close and were often seen out hustling and running the streets of North Highlands together.
At that time, Highlands wasn't no joke. We talking about early, mid-90s, man, when gangbanging was at an all-time high. There was a lot of Crips in North Highlands, man. In the middle of trying to get the money, you had the gang aspect. We got into a lot of shit, man, you know what I'm saying, running through these streets of Sacramento. I was fucking with the music, but we was just freestyling. But I was still in the streets, gang banging, you know, getting in a lot of trouble. Next thing you know, man, I catch a gun case and I'm right back in juvenile hall.
Unfortunately, this will be the beginning of many trips to juvenile detention centers. Hollow was literally born into this street lifestyle from day one.
So by the time I'm 14, I've been in juvenile hall like 3 or 4 times. Bro, you gotta figure out a way to stick to the original plan, which is getting that money. I started being more serious about rapping. One day, I run into Dame. We start chopping it up, man. He was doing his little music at that time. So we created High Side Records. You know, Dame was the CEO, Hollow Tip was the main artist, man, and we start tearing shit up.
See, I'm Northern Cali born with that California mind state. Dedication and patience is what the grind take. On the ground making rounds, risking high stakes. Play with us is going up just like the crime rate. On a mission, can't be slipping, watching time waste. All money in, rim spinning through the crime tape. Been thorough, make the barrel of a 9 shake. Smoking 6-4 district by the fireplace. On